Wow, that was so nice. I'm going to have to play that back on bad days at work. Oh, goodness. Thank you so much to the National Mother's Day Committee and to Lori and Thea. Thea, I mean, gosh, I looked up to you so much when we were colleagues at the Estee Lauder Companies. What a full circle moment to be back here with you. This is a very special recognition to me. I've seen so many terrific women rise to accept this honor in the past. And some of them are dear friends, some of them are in the room today, and it just gives me such a thrill to join in their company along with Nancy and Phyllis and Priya and Biana. I'm really, really honored. And it also does feel auspicious to me to receive this award in 2022, as it happens to be the 20-year anniversary of my founding of the organization Executive Moms. Nancy, thank you for noting that. Oh, thank you. You know, the truth is I founded it just out of a very personal desire, as often good ideas are born that way. And it turns out that it quickly emerged as just a much more universal need. Even here in New York City, this bastion of work life, it was very clear back then how much a sense of community, camaraderie, and support among women, fabulous women, I always said that back then, who are both professionals and moms, was necessary. And I truly never intended to found an organization, especially as a new mom myself, at a full-time career. I was then head of global advertising at Unilever Cosmetics International, and some of my colleagues like Lori Singer, who's part of this committee, was there with me back then. I just wanted to join something. I really did, and I asked so many people, what is there to join? And the answer kept being, we don't know, and you need to start something. And remember, this was also pre-social media, just to rewind the clock. So enough women like you, including some of you, encouraged me to go make it happen. That Executive Moms was born as a result. And for those, and it's so great to be back here and realizing I see faces, and I know some of you were there with me back then, and some of you, or for those of you who did attend our events back then, the real person you couldn't miss, who was working the registration table, because, you know, good cheap labor was hard to find, was my mom. And, you know, the problem with employing my mom at this very serious professional side endeavor I had is that she was, you know, the consummate New York Jewish mother. So the door, we would do these events at the Harmony Club, the line would queue out because she wanted to talk to everybody and wanted to know why they were there. Remember, Jen? I mean, like, this went on for a while, and I'd be like, come on, come on. But, you know, she wasn't trying to be corporate. She was just a proud mom, you know, and I can still walk down a street in New York City and have someone stop and, you know, ask me about my mom. And unfortunately, she's no longer here today, although I think she's got the best seats. But, you know, this is definitely a day I think we honor our own moms, right? Who got us here. And just really being back here and reflecting. I mean, where's Jane Hansen? Jane, where are you? No, another past honoree. There you are back there. I mean, Jane, you know, emceed one of those events. So it was such a New York thing, and so many prominent women in the media and our industries, but it also extended around the country and around the world because it was so universal. So fast forward to today, when that baby girl who first made me a mom is about to graduate from college next week and embark on the start of her own career right back here in New York later this summer. Take good care of her, New York, while her younger sister is back home and in school taking her finals for her sophomore year of high school. Ironic, I know, it's a Mother's Day award, neither of my daughters are here, but, you know, they're right where they should be. They're right where they should be today. And, you know, seeing the exceptional, I mean, really exceptional young women they have become is for me the ultimate gratification and, frankly, validation of the very thesis that it was at the core of Executive Moms. So today is a very meaningful, full circle moment for me. But at the same time, today is more than just a circle. It's also a moment to consider the winding but always forward-moving line of my career and my life since. And I want to just point out two very visible signs of that. The incredible, inspiring women, all executive moms themselves, that I have come to know over these years, who have become, I mean, Nancy, you said, right, your village, have become such important friends and invaluable support systems to me, several of whom are honoring me by sitting at my table right here today. I just love you all so much, and several of the rest of you are in the room. And I'm also joined right here by a table of some of the brightest rising executive moms at Lowe's. And how special is that? And, just note to Lori and the organizers, I mean, some of them are surely future honorees in the making. And, to the one guy at the table. Well, I really am in extra awe of the women who manage to be outstanding mothers without a partner. I mean, it really, just an incredible doffing of the cap to them. But I personally cannot imagine being here without the steadfast love and true partnership of my husband, David. Look, you got your own applause. He's gonna like that. We'll be talking about that later. But from New York City to Southern California to Charlotte, North Carolina, I know so his favorite joke all week has been, can you believe I didn't also win the Outstanding Father Award? But to me, Hannah and Avery, you're definitely our winner. And I want to just leave you all with really just one. It was hard to pick, but one of the many insights I managed to accrue over these years of being a mom, being an executive, and getting to be an advocate for both. And here it is. I think what I've come to realize is that nothing perpetuates self-doubt, especially among moms like us, like a feeling of isolation does. And I realized that the biggest psychological benefit of executive moms back in its day was its most basic, that when you can see yourself in other women and just feel the simple power of shared experience, it's so profoundly comforting and also energizing. And it's really how I feel today. This is energy in my veins, just being in this room with all of you, and particularly living in a city now where this isn't as commonplace. I can't tell you how much more it means to me, how much more I appreciate it. And what became clear to me then, and I hope many of you can see now, is how much better we are all at doing this than we tend to give ourselves credit for. Really. And it's true, and we tend to not be wired that way, but I've come to believe that connection is like the flashlight that casts away those dark shadows of doubt and, yes, guilt that twist and grow in our thoughts, especially when we're alone with them. So even though the community that I started has sunsetted over the past few years, what I wish for all of you is that you continue to find that connection, no matter at what age or stage you are as a mother, or frankly, as a human being. Commiserate a little, laugh a lot, lean on others, and let others lean on you. And definitely celebrate the good moments, because they really go quickly. And I just thank you so very much, really from the bottom of my heart, for giving me such an exceptionally special one today. Thank you so much.